Hello everybody and welcome to Power Break. You are talking with Gloria. I'm Gloria Ponziano and I'll be hosting the next 15 minutes of an amazing message on Power Break. Now if you've been tuning in for any kind of length of time, you know that I'm teaching you a little bit about how to change your world by changing your thoughts. And we're going through the letters of the alphabet just to show you how every letter of the alphabet can be positive or negative. And so I want to share with you some quick keywords that we're going to talk about in this next 15 minutes. First of all, you guys know that we are co-creators, that we co-create with God. And when you know that and you understand that and you believe that and you let that get down in you, that brings an amazing amount of confidence. Because if you're walking around feeling like, well, you know, I don't know if I am a co-creator, or you focus all your attention on something that's negative, you immediately disallow any kind of positive creative energy to come to you. So, and one of the things you got to understand is that all of your thoughts, whether they're positive or they're negative, they're contagious. If you get around people and you start talking about the negative things, what happens? They start joining in. Well, oh man, you think you got it bad. Listen to my situation. But if you start talking about all the positive things that's going on in your life, they get excited, and that's contagious. So this is the C letter that we're talking about today. So we're talking about co-creating with God. We're talking about how when we co-create, we have to have confidence. Now, let me give you a little secret about co-creating. I got hair like right in my face. I can't stand that. But one of the things you need to know when you're co-creating, you can't just say, well, I'm going to co-create anytime I want, if you're co-creating for something positive. Because your thoughts are always creating. Your words are seeds, your thoughts are energy, and so the minute you think a thought, whether it's bad or good, it's out there in the universe, and you already released that energy, and you can't bring it back. And as we've talked a million times, yeah, you can override it. But here's what I want you to remember about the C letter. Whenever you think of the C letter and you're running through the alphabet, you're going to think about co-creator. I am a co-creator with God, and I need my confidence high. And everybody has different times during the day when they feel their best. And I used to be in the fitness industry, and I would hear clients when I would try to schedule their appointments. Some of them would say, oh, I'm a morning person. Other people would say, no, I'm an evening person. And so we would find out and try to tap in and schedule their appointments for when they had the most energy. And it's the same thing when we're co-creating. When we're imagining and creating our day, we have to be in a place where we're at our peak. Now for me, the best time is first thing in the morning, before I allow any distractions or anything to get into my day, before I go to the computer and check my email, before I go to Facebook, before I do anything. First, I lay in the bed and I give thanks. And I call this my cat time. So I give thanks for the day and I say, this is going to be an awesome day. Now, if you tuned into last night's broadcast on at 7 p.m. on Talking with Gloria, you could actually probably pull that up on my YouTube channel. But I was talking about how I was awakened right out of a sound sleep with some really negative energy, negative thoughts that just sent me on a spiral, and it was up to me to turn that energy around. And I did. But when you wake up in the morning, if that's your time, if that's your good time, because some people say, are you kidding me, and I am so tired when I get up in the morning and I'm dragging. Well, that's not your best time. Maybe your best time is while you're in the car driving to work. And to whatever your time is, pick a time that's right for you and make that your co-creating time. That's the time that you're going to set the energy for the day. And if you're on my Facebook, or maybe you just saw right down here on the I am box what I wrote about this is a new beginning and a new day. And if you focus all your energy on something positive, you're going to bring something positive into your life. It's contagious. There's that C word. There's the letter of the alphabet that we're dealing with today. The C word, co-creating. Get your confidence up and know that it's contagious. So when you start talking about positive things and you start thinking about all the things that you have to be thankful for, and you start thinking about, you know what, I want to attract more money into my life, and I believe that I'm in the right place at the right time, and you start making all these positive affirmations for yourself. And come on, people, get imaginative, get detailed. In fact, get so detailed that you can feel it, smell it, taste it, touch it. I mean, make it real. And I'll tell you what, you want to take a quantum leap in this, or better yet, if you're in a position where you must take a quantum leap, then you must get yourself to a place where you take a quantum leap. You have to create in your mind that thing that you are believing for. That thing, you have to feel it, taste it, touch it. You know, in my book, Journey to Love, I lost count of the number of people that would write me in response to reading that book, and they would say, oh my gosh, when you were writing about the trail, about a nature trail, I was there. I just felt like I was there. And if you read some of the reviews on Amazon.com, you'll see that a lot of people said, boy, I just felt like I took this journey with her. Now, why is that? Because I created something in my mind's eye. I'm sitting at the keyboard. I'm not on the trail, but I am conjuring up, I am remembering what it was like to be on the trail. In fact, I'm 1,300 miles away from the trail when I'm writing this book. And I am calling to memory. I am remembering what it was like to be on the trail. I'm remembering the smells. I'm remembering the sounds. I'm remembering the feeling of the day, the temperature. I even talk about a rainstorm when I got caught in a torrential downpour and what it felt like on my face. And so the readers, as they began to read that, they began to feel what I was feeling. They could smell what I was smelling for a brief moment. Now, what is that? That's co-creating. That's exactly how you co-create. You say, well, what about if it's something that you've never experienced? You know, what if you've always had lack and you've never had abundance? I mean, well, come on. What would it feel like to have abundance? What would it feel like to go to the shopping mall or go out and buy a car without even thinking about your checking account or your savings account? What would it feel like to go shopping all day with friends and just pick up all kinds of things that you like? What would that feel like? How would that make you feel? What would it feel like if you were going to that favorite restaurant that you've really wanted to go? What would it feel like to taste that great piece of fish or great piece of meat that you've been wanting to taste for so long at this restaurant? All you have to do is get yourself alone for a few minutes and begin to co-create. And here at TalkingWithGloria.com, these are the kinds of information that you're going to get all the time, whether you're tapping into the live stream, tapping into the Power Break on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, or whether or not you're just writing me with an email, or you ask me to be a life coach, or maybe you want an hour session. Whatever, you're always going to get that kind of information right here on Talking with Gloria. So know that this kind of energy is contagious. Now, let me tell you about another C word, and it's called complain. Ugh. Say that word, complain. It's just the word. It's got some negative energy. Now, how is that possible? How does the word complain have negative energy attached to it? Because we've associated the word complain with negative things. So somebody who's from a foreign country, who's never spoken the English language, and we say to them, say complain. Well, they would say complain, it means nothing, because they don't know the word. They don't know what it means. So they say, oh, complain, complain, complain. That's my interpretation of an Italian, I think. Oh, complain, complain. And then you tell them what it is, and they go, oh, complain. So there's definitely a shift in energy when you understand the meaning behind the word. So let's talk about the C word again, complain. So when we complain, it is contagious. Yeah, it's contagious. When you start that ball rolling, I'm telling you, until somebody comes up and smacks you or says, shut up, or everybody starts fleeing from you, because that kind of energy, when we start complaining about everything going wrong in our life, it's contagious, and it just starts building, building, and building. It's like throwing a snowball down a hill. I mean, that thing's going to pick up momentum until it's a gigantic mess at the bottom, and it comes crashing in on your life. Is that really what you want? I doubt it. So understand also that when you complain, you're disallowing the things that you have created positively. You're disallowing them to come to you. Yesterday I had a really bad day, and it was so bad, and I was told by somebody who loves me very much, who says, you know what, you need to get still, you need to get quiet, you need to get yourself in that place and shake this thing off and begin co-creating, because you don't want to negate everything you've worked so hard for. And that's exactly what I needed to hear. So when you're complaining about what is, you're attracting more of what is. So if you're sitting there complaining about the fact that you're unemployed, or sitting there complaining about the fact that your bank account is empty and you're running out of money, guess what? You're attracting more of no money, more no jobs. The very thing that you put, listen, I didn't make up these rules. These are spiritual laws. Your words are seeds, and if that's what you're planting, that's what you're going to get. I was talking with someone, not talking with somebody, but emailing someone a short time ago, and they were telling me about their situation. They were unemployed and they're looking for work, and I said, and man, I totally related to them. I only got a couple of minutes. I know you guys are on your lunch break. But I said, oh, whatever you do, please stop what you're doing, because I did that. I began, and you've heard me talk about this on the hour sessions, that I used this co-creating in the negative as well as in the positive, and I began to talk about what is. So at that time I didn't have a job, and I said, well, I'm unemployed, and oh my gosh, I've only got so much money, and it's only going to take me so long. And then I actually thought, what did I actually think I was going to attract more money to me? No, what I attracted was more lack, because the very thing that I planted seed for is the very thing that I reaped. And so then when I was having this major meltdown to God, saying, where are you? You know, God's like, well, you know, if this is not the harvest that you want, then quit planting the seed for it. If you don't like what you're getting, put in different seed. And oh man, my lightning fast mind went, duh. It's hard. It's hard to accept responsibility that we create our reality. So that's the C word today. Co-create. Get your confidence up. Find a time when you want to create that is good for you, whether it's in the morning, afternoon, in the evening, in a bubble bath, out, you know, having a glass of wine with your loved one, out on the deck somewhere, whatever. But find a way, find a place that you can co-create and change the energy of your day. And I'll tell you, you keep doing this, you will not believe the things that begin to come into your life, positive things, and you'll be paying attention to the negative. And don't beat yourself up about the negative, because we only got a couple minutes. Don't beat yourself up about the negative. Let it go. Don't even give it any more energy. Just say, whoa, boy, I really did create that. Even if it's really, really bad. And I know what I'm talking about, because I created a lot of lack, I brought a lot of unnecessary discomfort to my life. But I brought it myself. There was nobody to blame for it. I can't blame the economy. I can't blame, and listen, that's something else. Forget the economy. Forget the Dow. Forget what's going on. Forget the unemployment. Oh my gosh, and stop blaming the government. I'm telling you, we are tapped into a higher power. And this higher power will take us through anything the economy is going through. It doesn't matter what the rest of the world is going through. It doesn't matter what everybody in the United States is going through. It doesn't matter what your own family and friends are going through. If you stay tapped in and tuned in to God, and you stay in that river, and you co-create, and you go, yes, I know I'm a co-creator, and I have confidence, and I have courage, and I'm not going to complain, and you begin to tap into that, and you begin to sow seeds for what it is that you do want, I'll tell you what, you will turn your world around. Now, it's Friday. It is the 5th of August. Hey, today's my mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. She's on the other side. And I'm telling you what, if you begin to tap into this energy, you will see your life turn around. Take a quantum leap. I dare you. Everybody that taps into talkingwithgloria.com every Tuesday and Thursday night at 7 p.m., I'm telling you, you're going to get energized. And tell your friends about this power break. Look at this, 15 minutes and we're done. Bada bing, bada boom. We're in, we're out, and you got some positive energy. You got some things that you can do something with. Now get out there and change your life and stop complaining about what you allow. Love you guys. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you back here on Monday. Take care, everybody.